I remember that first time we went to the Encore in Vegas. Just coming in, the scent of expensive perfume just hit me, and it was just sublime. You know, everybody was dressed in like beautiful clothes and beautiful jewelry, you know, like drenched in gold, right? And what I loved about it was that they were unapologetic about it. There was no shame in loving the beautiful things and loving the beautiful life. And there's just this energy there about abundance and having zero issues with money, right? So if you've ever been shamed or felt guilty about wanting more, or if you've ever felt like ashamed, you know, like, and shallow, kind of like you didn't want to be called shallow or perceived as shallow, right? Then this video is for you. So somehow society has conditioned everybody to be okay with just the bare minimum, with surviving, okay? And somewhere along the way, it, you know, asceticism or like poverty became some kind of virtue. But guess what? It's not. There's nothing noble, there's nothing cool, there's nothing spiritual about being poor, about being in lack, or about, you know, material things being unspiritual. In fact, it's a complete opposite. So we're gonna break it down, okay? You see, your desires are not shallow. Luxury and beauty, you know, like true luxury and beauty and craftsmanship and all of the beautiful things are a manifestation of consciousness, right? It's not a random object. It's not an object. It's consciousness transformed into, you know, from that consciousness. Imagine a beautiful, maybe jewelry, right? Let's take these rings, for example, right? These are Lisa Eldridge rings, right? And when you hear her talk about the process and the journey and the love she poured into the creation of these rings, these are all handmade and custom made, and there's nothing mass produced. You know, it's like gemstones that are ethically sourced, and so there is love and dedication and devotion and craftsmanship and, again, pure love in making these, you know, rings. And, you know, each of them are $2,000, right? So it's not about some object, it's about devotion and love poured into form, okay? So when anybody says that beautiful things and expensive things and luxury is shallow, that's a very shallow thing to say, because you're looking at it on a completely superficial level, right? You don't see what went into making it happen, right? So just that aside, right? That's the first thing you need to know, that there's absolutely nothing shallow about it. And the beautiful thing is that you're being called by it, okay? You're being called by it because you are, to a degree, in the frequency of it. And so why would you feel called, you know, by something, right? It's like, you know, when it's almost painful that sometimes you're like, why am I drawn to like all the beautiful things and the most expensive thing there is, right? You see beauty and luxury and all those things when they come from a soul nudge, right? They are the engine for an identity shift. They are the form to consciousness evolution. This means that without you wanting those things, you wouldn't be kind of forced to evolve. You see, that time I had gone to the anchor, right? And something woke up in me, you know, it was that recognition and that feeling of I belong here and this is for me, right? It was waking up from being in a wounded state for the longest time. You see, after my parents had gone bankrupt when I was 23 or 24, 42 now, right? um, I kind of deluded myself into just thinking none of that matters, right? And I would be like, well, I'm doing all the things that money can't buy and yada yada yada, and a lot of that is fine and dandy, except that it came from a wounded place, right? And how many of us deny our own soul? You know, when you're denying a desire, you're denying your soul, right? You're denying yourself, who you are. So how many of us have done that from a wounded place? Because again, there's no virtue, there's no spirituality about wanting less, like on purpose, right? Or like, again, from a place of virtue, right? Because really and truly, it comes from a place of suppression. And let me just say, most people that are shaming you or telling you you're superficial or yada yada yada, they are people in lack. Tell me if Elon Musk is telling you, or Kim Kardashian, or whoever, or like Jeff Bezos, who of them are telling you that you shouldn't want more, that you shouldn't like the beautiful things in life, right? So when I went there to Vegas that time, something woke up, and guess what? It was a portal into a massive journey for me, which was the journey of entrepreneurship, the journey of Dharma, the journey of expansion for me at that time. See, I had accomplished a lot of things in my life. I had manifested so much by that time, you know, like living abroad in like multiple continents and places, and done the thing, even, you know, I got the house, got the dream car even, right? And yeah, you know, bought investments and so on and so forth. But when I finally woke up to my real self and real desire of like, you know what? I want more. And I want all the expensive shit. I want it all. I'm like here, unapologetic about it, right? So that's what I want. That's what I want for you. Hold on. I want you to drop the shame, right? Don't allow anyone to tell you you're superficial, you are even stupid, right? Like how many people catalog women that like beautiful things as bimbo and shallow and yada yada yada. Well, guess what? That's what they're surrounded by, right? And again, it has nothing to do with that. So let me know in the comments, how have you expanded when you finally said yes to you and said yes to soul, right? So here in this channel, we're done playing small. It's a channel dedicated for those who want more, who want the beautiful things, who want everything, who want their next level, who want just freaking heaven on earth. Okay, that's us. That is for all of you who are done, for all of us who are done playing small. So I'll see you on the next. Bye.